Um,
I have slightly broadcast.
yes.
So, good
Good
afternoon,
afternoon,
everybody.
everybody.
My name is
My name
Christina
is
Bauer.
Christina Bauer.
I'm
I'm
with the
helping with the
procedures. I'm going
procedures.
to
I'm
be
going to be
making
making
notes.
notes.
Also
Also
doing live
doing live
streaming on
streaming on
YouTube.
YouTube.
I'm going to
I'm
start
going
by
to start
asking
by
the
asking
panel
the
to
panel to
nominate a
nominate
chair
a
for
chair for
today.
today.
Where's Jackie?
Over to
Can I
you,
accept?
Jackie.
Thank you. Okay, good afternoon. Welcome. I must just say, acoustics aren't great here. One or two of us have got them. So do lift your voices up for us. Is that all right? Thank you. I will introduce Rob Coomer and Rebecca Morgetts as the panel for this afternoon. And this is
I'm Rachel Lucas. I'm legal advisor for the panel this afternoon.
okay, so I'm going to outline the procedure first, and then we'll go into the actual application. All right. So, Woking Borough Council's representatives will outline the application and objections received and call any witnesses to give evidence. You, Mr. Alpar, may then present your case and call any witnesses. WBC's representatives and objectors will have the opportunity to ask you and the witnesses any questions. I'm having a bit of technical difficulty. I will ask the panel if they have any questions of you or your witnesses, and Miss Ali, who is one of the objectors, may put her case and call any other witnesses. At the end, the WBC will summarise, and no new evidence may be offered. And same with the objections, they may be summarised, no new evidence. And finally, you, Mr. Alpar, may summarise, but with no new evidence entered. This then will be the end of the hearing. Anyway, we're going to start. So over to WBC to make the representation.
Thank you, Chair. The Woking Borough Council policy for street trading consents states that where representations have been received during the consultation period, where no mutually agreeable outcome can be reached between the interested parties, and where the application is not otherwise withdrawn, the usual procedure is for the matter to be determined by hearing of the Licensing and Appeals Subcommittee. Mr. Mohammed Alpar has applied to renew the street trading consent at Milestone Avenue in Chartwell. Following a public consultation, representations have been received in Chartwell Parish Council and a concerned member of the public. Following options are therefore open to the Licensing and Appeals Subcommittee. To grant the application in full and the terms and conditions contained within the application, to grant the application as above, modified with such additional measures as they may consider reasonably necessary, or to reject the application. So, Mr. Mohammed Alpar applied to renew the street trading consent for Alpar House, Milestone Avenue, Chartwell, on the 2nd of March 2025. The hours applied for are Sunday to Thursday, 1600 hours to 130 hours, and Friday to Saturday, 1600 hours to 0200. Green site notices are displayed around the site, and pictures of these are attached as Appendix B. Including the consultation period are 10 valley fleets, environmental health, highways, property services, grounds maintenance, and the local ward councillors. During the 28-day consultation period, a representation was received from Chartwell Parish Council. The grounds for this representation are that the Parish Council has received complaints from local residents surrounding the behaviour of the applicant. The full representation is attached as Appendix C. Representation was also received from a concerned member of the public, which is attached as Appendix D. Mr. Alpar has addressed the concerns raised in the submissions from the Parish Council by engaging in discussions with the licensing manager. Consequently, he has installed a CCTV system for the van and agreed to a condition maintaining it. He has agreed that footage shall be available to authorised officers of the licensing authority or Thames Valley Police on request. Should the subcommittee be minded to authorise street trading consent, the panel is invited to consider adding the delay to its special conditions. Firstly, that the consent holder shall ensure the van is fitted with digitally recorded CCTV. Cameras shall continually record whilst the premises are open to the public. The recording shall be kept for a minimum of 31 days with time and day of stamping. The entire consent area shall be covered by the CCTV, and an appropriate number of cameras shall be installed to cover the van itself and areas immediately outside. Data recording shall be made immediately available to an authorised officer of Woking Borough Council or Thames Valley Police, together with facilities hearing upon request, subject to the provisions of the Data Protection Act. Recorded images shall be of such quality as to be able to identify the recorded person in any light. Secondly, that at least one member of staff on the premises at any time during operating hours shall be trained to access and download material from the CCTV system. And finally, that signage advising customers that CCTV is in use shall be positioned in proper positions. Those that have made a representation have been informed of the time and date of the licensing and appeals subcommittee hearing. Finally, in terms of legal considerations, in accordance with council policy, in determining appropriateness, the subcommittee is to have due regard to likely impact on the existing highway users, either as a result of the use of the pitch by the trader or by the trader's customers. The location relative to any residents or businesses likely to be affected by the use of the site, nature of the trades, trading times, appearance, and impact upon the street scene. Taking into account the application and representation received, the council may grant a street trading consent if they think fit. Should any street trading consent be granted, the council may attach such conditions to it as they consider reasonably necessary, and there is no formal right of appeal in respect of the refusal to grant or vary a street trading consent. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Mr. Alexis.
Yeah, it's just that in addition to the officer's report, since the incident took place, we've also received documentation from Mr. Alpha. That's included within your as a letter to address the licensing officer. There's a petition, 500 signatures.
Yeah, yes, thank you for that. Okay, thank you. Mr. Alpha, would you like to speak?
Okay. My name is Mohammed Alpha. I'm the applicant for Flight Really Magistrate Trading Concept on Marsden Avenue. I just come here to like a question the panel is going to ask. Thank you for accepting face-to-face meeting because my hearing is a bit low. I can't do it online. So
Your hearing is below par, so that.
I need to get somewhere. I'm here to ask you a question.
Well, we perhaps need to say a little bit more about why you want to continue.
I did write something because I'm not good at reading as well. I can either give you, we can have a look and follow it. I've printed already. And my son is going to speak behalf of me. And he's my son.
This is your son, is it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Good afternoon, and thank you for the opportunity to speak. I've proudly operated my kebab van on Marsden Avenue for the past 24 years without a single incident or formal complaint of this nature. I was deeply shocked and saddened to read the recent allegations, which I categorically deny. The behaviour described does not reflect who I am or how I run my business. To my knowledge, no police report was filed, no witnesses have come forward, and I was never contacted at the time of the alleged incident, which raises serious concerns about the credibility of the claim. This business supports not just me, but also my staff and their families. And we have always served the local community with professionalism and respect. I respectfully ask the council to take into account my clean 24-year track record and the absence of any sustaining evidence when reviewing this case. With full respect to the process, I must again firmly deny the events described in the complaint. I would never speak to anyone in such a manner because it is both my personal value and how I've conducted myself professionally over the last 24 years serving the community. I'd like to point out that, to the best of my knowledge, no police report was filed, no independent witnesses have come forward, and I was never contacted at the time of the alleged incident, not by the customer, police, or by the council. If such an extreme situation did occur, one would expect some form of immediate action or evidence which simply hasn't materialized. I can only assume that there may have been a misunderstanding or even a misrepresentation of events, but I remain open and cooperative with any formal process required to clear this matter. I respectfully ask that the council take into account my long-standing incident-free record, the absence of supporting evidence, and the potential hardship this could cause to myself, my family, and my employees if this license is not renewed. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I can give it one then.
Want to more for us? No? A bit more coming back. You need one, don't you?
In closing, I want to thank the council again for taking the time to hear my side of the story. I understand that public complaints must be taken seriously, and I fully respect that process. However, I continue to categorically deny the allegations made against me, which I believe are both unfounded and uncharacteristic of how I've operated my business for the past 24 years. I'm incredibly proud of the reputation I've built and the trust I've earned from local residents, many of whom have come forward to show their support and have signed a petition in favour of me continuing to trade at Milestone Avenue. I believe this reflects not only my service, but also the value this business brings to the local community. I respectfully urge the council to consider my long-standing clean record, the lack of supporting evidence in this case, and the real-life consequences that a non-renewal would have, not just on me, but on my staff and customers. Thank you for your time and consideration.
Okay, thank you very much. I would say I haven't got any witnesses, but I mean, your petition is very admirable. Thank you very much. And you have no other witnesses except Mr. Shafi, who is just an interested party. You're a local resident. Okay. And would you like to say anything?
I think just echo what I said in my.
Yeah, we've seen your letter.
So in 4 years that I've been living in Charlton, great place to find. It's always been clean, very staff, very friendly. I think it's valuable how it brings the community together, in my opinion. I've been around many people over the last few years who identify characters, personalities and traits, so forth of my background I've worked in. And I've never come across any rudeness, any issues. And I just wanted to say, every time I've been there, the guys have been brilliant. They've served customers well, served me well. My daughters go around as well. And just walking distance.
Thank you.
Thank you. For the statement that I know you are.
Okay. Just to be clear, is this other person coming on? There's nothing's happening. Okay, so we just take it from the room. Fine, well, thank you very much, both of you. And I'm going to ask now WBC representatives if you have the opportunity to ask any questions.
So we we've brought information to the panel, and we aren't sitting here in a capacity of formal objection. But in terms of questions, we did have a conversation around installing CCTV. Maybe if I could ask how you got on with that and if that's installed presently.
I mean, last 24 years, I've never had, I mean, this has become a first time. The objector is not in the meeting. We invite the counter here for. I've never been rude as I must give a customer and resident come and take you here. 24 years, the business I'm running, the police has never been called. no racism, this is coming to the racism. Why the objectors rather than complaining to the licensing meeting? Why is something happened like that? Why she not report to the police?
Well, I think that's valid, but you have just put your case, and Kieran Hinchcliffe has just asked you a question about.
Have you installed have you installed CCTV in the van?
Yes, that's the question.
Mr. Kieran said to me, it's normally I have to make up with book emergency. I call someone to fit the CCTV in 30
So you've got
days.
that installed. Right. Okay. Any other questions, Mr. Hinchcliffe?
Does the CCTV record audio as well?
The recorder on, I can give you the pin number, you can watch it from here when the van's open. Yeah.
Has it got audio on the camera? Has the camera got audio? The CCTV?
Yeah.
Good. Anything else? Any other questions?
That's helpful if it has, but I don't think that was included in the condition that we formatted around audio. It would be helpful considering the aspect of the complaints.
Okay. Oh,
I can put it on now, you can watch it. It's not open, but I can quickly.
I'm not sure what's going on.
I was watching it because it's not working now. As soon as the generator starts, automatically get on. You got the internet, mobile internet. I mean, I can watch anywhere. If I go to Turkey, I can watch from there.
All right, thank you. Now it's the opportunity for the panel to ask questions. Rebecca, have you got anything you'd like to say?
It's just again about the CCTV. Have you had a look at these conditions that the officers have suggested about, the keeping of the keeping CCTV for 31 days and the fact that you can hear audio, and are you happy with all those conditions? Do you feel it's something that you would be able to comply with?
The conditions that they wrote about the CCTV, keeping it for 31 days and the audio, do you think that you can keep on doing that?
Of course I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do it on my van now. I go in the shop and I'm gonna do rent the van and go behind the shop and record it.
It's your protection as well.
It's not my safety, my own. I understand, yes. I'm gonna carry on. I'm gonna. Permanent fit CCTV anyway, 2 inside, 2 outside, up to 4 CCTV, no, one.
All right, thank you. And Rob?
Yeah, much of my concerns were around the CCTV as well, which I think you've answered. I'm curious on one thing you mentioned, I think, in your letter, that you are, if you like, regularly not on the premises. I'm just curious, how much time do you yourself spend on your premises?
How long are you on the van for? How long do you spend?
24 years.
Yeah, each day.
You know how many days you're on the van?
I normally go nearly every day. I don't work there all the time because I go for illness and I can't stand too much. I go there, talk to my regular customers, serve there, and I can't be on there all the time. I got assistants there, professionals. They go, Alex has got the information. They got hygiene certificate. I train them.
But you are there normally at some point every day.
Some point every day, I was.
Yes, that's all I need.
Yes.
Through you, Chair, just to assist the panel. You said I will be doing it on all my vans now, talking about CCTV a few moments ago.
The kebab shop.
You've got more than one premises.
It says kebab shop will be parking the van in the back of his depot there. And everything there, whatever the rubbish clearing out in the Marston Avenue, I got the bins from the Reading Borough Council and oil contract with the land, and they come and get it from all the West Oil and cardboard with the company. What is that? And what's the Woodside company and oil company that comes from Turkey. Everything is get like here and there. I've got the fridge freezer there, water fridge freezer. Stop coming there.
You said vans.
Plural, how many vans do you have?
I got one van here.
The other vans are written by council.
I've been running that 30 years, that van.
How many vans
Do you have in Reading?
One.
Thank you.
I'm going to ask something. I just want to clarify. You've been there for 24 years. You've built up a reputation. You know people by name. You know them all, have you? And they keep coming back.
Sometimes even customers don't like to give up in the city, they come to talk.
Right, right. So you're always very careful with your courteousness and so on. And, you know, you say hello to everybody. That kind of goes well. Yeah?
Your relationship with customers is good.
Yeah.
May I add something? I've recently joined Holidays Control, expanding on the character. From what I've seen for 4 years that I've been at Child, I'm a committee member at the local Twyford Snooker Club.
Oh, right.
The trustee and committee member. There's about 15 of the committee. Everyone in the committee knows his business. So all I'm doing is further compliment me from what I've seen in the 4 years that I've been, and echoed by other committee members. So
That's kind. Very good. Thank you very much.
I mean, for your reference, Twyford Club, where I'm a committee member.
Okay. Anybody else got anything else that they want to ask? Right. Well, actually, it now is for WBC to summarise the case and no more, nothing more to be added. So summarisation, and then you can summarise. Okay. You're going to do it, Alec or Kieran?
Summarise to go through the considerations for the panel as they require. So this is just your opportunity to give a summary to the plan.
I think that was the second page of that. That was just a nice, I can
Happy to not add anything. That's fine.
Shall I read that again?
Kieran, volume up.
I'm so sorry. Considerations and then.
Yeah, so as I said earlier, application's been received. There's been a couple of representations. We've heard the applicants, the measures they've taken with us to consider these representations and how they might address any concerns raised. So the options available to the committee are to grant the application, to grant with amendments other conditions, or refuse consent, if they wish to do so, but there's no right to appeal to a decision. And yes, the decisions are supposed to be guided by the street trading consent policy.
Okay, thank you. So we've heard from WBC. You can summarise, but I think you'd like us to take that written.
I was going to say, I mean, I'm running a successful business there, and I got 5 kids to look after, rent to pay. I said there is no, I think, technical issue to be refusing the license. This is what I'm here for.
Okay, well, if there's nothing else, we'll close this now. So what happens next is it's the end of the hearing for you. You leave, and panel WBC, we all talk together, and we will let you know in writing within 5 working days. Is that all right?
Thank you very much.
So you can actually go now.
Very nice to meet you as well. Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Also, I was going to say, last thing I said, there is 380 signatures, total of 882 signatures here from my regular customer.
Yeah, thank you.
I think I sent the rest of the signatures as well.
Yeah, we received that, and and that's it. Thank you, Councillor.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Thank you.